Losing your job can be a blessing in disguise. Losing your job does not have to be a disaster. It can actually be a blessing in disguise. Losing that 9-to-5 job may have just opened a brand new world to you. The first thing to do is to realize that stressing over the situation is not going to help. In fact, it will just make the situation worse. Sit back and relax a bit. Then, really start exploring the positive options you have. Let's explore just a few options you have. New career. Have you ever considered looking for a completely different career? What are your interests? What do you really enjoy doing? Don't let anyone tell you that you have to work in the same career your entire life. Easy job. Maybe it's time to just get an easy job. One that does not take any real skills or talents. Work an easy job for a while to reduce stress and just enjoy life. Do you enjoy talking with people? Maybe a job in retail sales would be perfect for you. Go back to school. Regardless of your age, you could take some time off from working and go back to school. How about train for a new career? Or maybe just take some classes for fun. You could go back to school part-time and work an easy job part-time if you don't have enough savings to attend school full-time. Travel. Have you had a dream to travel or take a well-needed vacation? Now may be the perfect time to pack the bags and hit the road. Leave your worries behind for a while. Have a bucket list? How many things can you check off while traveling? Start a business. Have you thought about starting your own business? Why not now? There are many businesses you can start from home with very little money. Start writing your own paycheck and never worry about getting fired again. Have a hobby you really enjoy? Can you turn it into a business that you would love doing each day? Now, take some time and really explore any of the options we covered above that pique your interest. Maybe a combination of 2 or more will suit you best. How about traveling and running your own business from a laptop computer? Can you see all the possibilities that just opened up to you by losing your job? Now, was it that bad of a thing to happen? Don't stress over credit card debt. So, you are deep in debt and can't pay your credit card bills. Creditors are calling you multiple times a day. Your mailbox is full of collection letters all the time. You feel like climbing under a rock or jumping off a cliff. Now I'm telling you that your current bleak-looking situation may not be a bad thing after all. I bet you are looking a little puzzled right now. Before I go on, this article is meant for inspirational purposes only and is not giving you any legal or financial advice. You need to consult an attorney or financial planner if that is what you are looking for. With that disclaimer out of the way, let's move on and talk about why being deep in debt may be a good thing for you. You are going to have to face the truth and understand that your credit is already ruined for several years or longer. No hiding from that fact. The first step is that you're going to have to go back to paying cash for everything you want or need. Going back to cash is actually a good thing. You will no longer be a slave to or owned by big corporations, companies, and some individuals that want to keep you their slave by keeping you deep in debt and paying high interest rates and penalties. Just imagine buying a TV for $500 and it actually costing you $500. instead of $1,200 or more once you add in the years of high interest rates. Sure, you had to save the money up, but look what you saved. How would you like to go back to when all you paid out of your paycheck was your rent, utilities, and automotive expenses? Looks a lot better now, doesn't it? So did you really need all that credit to start with? Use getting in debt as a learning experience. Now you have been on both sides of the fence. What side feels more like freedom? The not using credit card side, of course. You may want to consider talking to a bankruptcy attorney about the possibility of filing for bankruptcy. This should end the collection agencies stalking and harassing you all the time. Even though you can't pay your credit card bills, you could possibly still start saving money by going back to using cash. Let the bank start paying you interest on your money, not the other way around. Divorce is not the end of your love life. It's come to the point where your marriage just can't be salvaged. You just got divorced, or are quickly heading towards a divorce, and are feeling like your world just got impacted by a huge meteor. Let me tell you that you are not going to go the way of the dinosaur, and a divorce could be the best thing that has happened to you lately. Yes, I am saying a divorce could actually be a good thing. Let's talk a little about what you can do to make this situation turn into a happy new beginning. The first thing you need to do is realize that there is not just one true love partner for each person. Human beings have the capability to fall in love over and over. We are just wired that way by nature. So the old saying, "There are more fish in the sea," holds true. There are many more people out in the world that you can meet and fall in love with. In fact, you will find a new partner that is better than the old one. Now, how do you find these exciting people to meet and possibly date? Spend some time reconnecting with old friends that you drifted away from because you got married. Old friends make new friends. One of their friends may be the next person you get to know and start dating. Always be interested in meeting friends of friends of friends. The more people you get to know, the quicker you will be back out enjoying the company of the opposite sex. Attend happy hour with your coworkers. It's a great way to wind down the day and meet new people. Go out to dinner. Go to the theater. Go to a museum, or go to a festival. See where I'm going here? Get out of the house and spend time in places where other people are. Plus, there is nothing wrong with pampering yourself once in a while. Remember that feeling you had when you first started dating your ex-spouse? You can have that same feeling, or a better one, with someone new. Whatever you do, don't jump straight back into marriage. Have some fun and play the field for the near future. You will meet a lot of people and expand your friend base, and most likely meet several people that can bring that giddy feeling back. An eviction can be the start of a fun adventure. Did you lose your job? Did your roommate move out unexpectedly? Were your eyes and desires just bigger than your wallet? Regardless of the reason you are getting or have been evicted from your home, you can turn this around to a positive experience. Treat this as the ending of one chapter in your life and the beginning of the next chapter. Make it an adventure and learning experience. The first thing you need to do is figure out where you will be staying for the short term. You could sleep on a friend's couch, move back in with your parents, sleep in your car if weather permits, or even go camping. After you secure short-term accommodations, it's time to take the next step in this adventure. Before going the route of just getting a new apartment, consider some of these alternatives. Move to a new area. It may just be the time to pack your bags and move to a new town. Have you always dreamed about living someplace else? Now may be the time to just do it. You may even be able to find a new job in the new town that is willing to pay your moving and initial housing expenses. Moving to a new town lets you start fresh without bringing your past baggage with you. Make this the time to live the new life you wanted and leave the old one behind. Buy a van. If you have a car, why not trade it in on a used van? You can find used conversion vans all over the place for really low prices. Or you could even buy an empty van and build your own little home inside it. How would it feel to know that you could move your little home around and venture wherever you want? Let the hidden gypsy inside you out for a while. Travel jobs. There are jobs that require you to travel from place to place. They usually pay for your travel expenses and your living expenses. Just imagine flying from town to town and seeing the country or possibly the world. Live free and get paid too. Now that may be the perfect way for you to make your eviction a positive experience. Roommates. If you just have to stay in the area you are in, and none of the other alternatives will work for you, consider taking on one or more roommates to help lower the expenses. The bottom line is to realize you do have options. Some of them can even be exciting. A failed diet means you are closer to losing weight. Did you try the latest and greatest diet and failed at it miserably? Did you not lose any weight, or did you gain a few pounds? Don't stress over it. The diet you tried was just not the right one for you. Some diets work for some people and not for others. All you have to do is find the way that works and brings you closer to your weight loss goal. The first thing you want to do is list what you liked about the diet you just tried. Then list what you had a hard time following. Now that you know what you like and what did not work for you, you're in a better position mentally to find the perfect diet that will work for you. When selecting a diet, don't listen to all the hype. Use your common sense when selecting one instead. Your chances of success will be much greater. Many times, the best diet is no diet at all. Just reduce what you normally eat a little and get more active. How about taking 30 minutes out of each day and go for a walk? Go to the park, the beach, or nature trail. Nothing interesting around? Walk around your neighborhood. Really pay attention to your lifestyle when selecting a good diet you can follow. If you are always eating on the run, don't try a diet that requires you to prepare meals and eat on a schedule. You would only be setting yourself up for failure. Select a diet that lets you eat on your schedule. Don't have the time to cook at all? Find a diet that lets you eat out or eat small snacks throughout the day. Prefer to cook full-blown meals? Then select a diet that calls for fancier meals. When looking at new diets, always keep in mind, can you follow it? Does it allow for small changes to meet your needs and lifestyle? If a diet you are looking at can't, just pass on it and look at a different one. Are you completely sedentary? You may not need to diet at all. You may just need to get active. Find an activity that interests you and get moving. You may find getting active is all you need to get the pounds dropping off. So when you fail on a diet, don't fret it. It was just not the right one for you. Just find the one that fits you and you will succeed.